Good morning, people. Joy here with you. Not gonna be doing a fragrance review, just gonna be some morning thought. I thought of fragrance related topic because usually I do morning thoughts on like issues, matters about life, real life and stuff. But today I just thought, just do a discussion, not review, and it may benefit people. I thought this is a topic that not many people touch these days anyway. It used to be a topic back then in Fracom. So what I think of this topic, should you be paying retail on a fragrance? And you might think this is like a one-liner answer, but I don't think so. It requires some discussion. So I'm gonna let you know my thoughts. Should you be paying retail prices on a fragrance? Because we all love our fragrances. We buy from different sources. So I'll be telling you possible places you can score a fragrance, prices to pay, to expect to pay. Um, there are limited time releases, like the fragrances. Sometimes they're limited releases, and also about old versus new fragrance. Okay, so first of all, where to buy fragrances? Okay, many people ask me, brother, where can I buy in India, States? So frankly speaking, I can tell you about Malaysian market, and I can tell you about Bangladesh market as much as I know. I do not know much about States, UK maybe one or two shops I saw, give you some idea. But the countries I haven't been to, I have been to only few countries, so I can give you idea. So but I can tag people where in particular country you can buy fragrance. Okay, but in general, you can buy a fragrance from a retail store in general anywhere in the world. Let's say they have a Chanel boutique, Dior boutique, Bulgari, Prada, you know and they're selling their fragrances on their boutiques in shopping mall. You can buy it from there. That's one option. Second option is some countries, they have discounter sites, website. They have some shops, like in Malaysia, for example. There is a Sogo, there is a KLCC, Surya KLCC, that is the Twin Towers, Petron's Twin Towers Mall. There is a Mid Valley Mega Mall. If you go to most of the malls, Times Square, if you go to, you know, there is retail. But there's a shop called the Perfume Shop. They're located in Mid Valley also. There is in the shops are in Sanway-Putra Mall. So discounters. So you always get some discounts like 15-20% throughout the year, something like that. If you're regular, they give you further discount and some, uh, you know, gifts and stuff like samples and stuff. If you buy from retail store, they will actually give you official samples. If they don't give, Chanel and Dior sort of like stingy. But I noticed Prada, Cartier, they're very generous. They give me plenty of samples. I buy one fragrance, they give me 6 samples, and you can ask for different brands and stuff. Okay, in Surya KLCC, I think there's a Calvin Klein counter, or Carolina Herrera. There was this girl, sweet little girl. She was like very, very nice salesperson. I used to tell her like, if I buy what you're gonna give me, and she used to give me like handful of samples. That's really nice. So that's one place. But the problem with Malaysia that I noticed, even after discounted prices are still pretty high. Okay, fragrances are super uber expensive. I didn't know that until I came here in Bangladesh. So our country, you get the real discounted prices, because here I believe the importers, they're bringing wholesale, and there is no such like, let's say, in our country there is no such trades in a way that only perfume world, they're doing retail and they're doing proper imports. So if there are sometimes you get it from, like like say gray market, or you can get it from clearance sales. So people bring random 1 2 maximum 10 fragrance also, so they can get through duty free many ways, like air hostesses will bring many ways. So fragrance would be really, really cheap, because their prices are already 50% or something discounted, and they just make 10% profit. You still get 40% off of a fragrance. So you see what I mean? So should you be paying retail? This is a big question. Before I go to that, I'll tell you one other thing: old versus new fragrances. Usually, if a fragrance out there, I'm doing it for all the people out there. Most of you know this information who are in the game for some time. Let's say fragrance is out there for, I saw this morning, the reason for me to do this video, I saw this topic somewhere in morning. It popped up in my newsfeed. Where is my this bottle? Ah, god, where are the things when you need them? This is just terrible. Wait, hold on, I might have it somewhere. Nah, I can't see it. That's just terrible. What? I had my bottle right here of cool water. It's just gone somewhere with the wind. Yeah, no, wow. Okay, never mind. So this guy from Pakistan, he's like like posted, right? Like cool water for sale, and he's asking for 6,500 rupees. Supposedly bought it from, I think, Dubai duty free mall, because usually Dubai duty frees are actually a trick playing with your mind. They increase the price by 150% and then give you reduction of something percent. So actually you end up paying retail on most of the Dubai retail, uh, like airport duty frees, right? So remember that in the mind, like for people like you and me, we are paying retail, bruh. So even if you, let's say, go to KLIA airport or KLIA 2, like in Malaysia, and if you're going to those airports and if you compare their like supposedly what you call duty free shops, that price is exactly same as KLCC. So the thing is, whatever in the city center is the same price in the like duty free shops. So actually, so in that way, it's really painful because cool water is out for a very long time. If you're unaware of it, you can actually get it for pretty cheap, $25. You can score a big bottle. You can get it in overseas states much cheaper as well. But the problem with paying retail on an old fragrance which is available, which is not discontinued, when you actually try to resell the product in the market, and if you put that price tag according to your price, the one you bought, let's say you bought it for $65 and you try to sell it for $60, people are like, oh no bro, that's not happening, I'm so sorry. They're gonna offer you a price that is current market value. So do not pay retail in these cases, all fragrances. But here's the catch. What about new fragrances? Okay, what about fragrances that are limited releases? What about the fragrances that you really like and you're scared they're gonna get like reformulate them? So these are the issues are there. First of all, I'll show you an example. When this fragrance came out, okay, sorry about the dust, Savage EDP, this is the first bottle, I think. I'm not sure if I was the first one because it was brand new when it came to Bangladesh. As far as I know, in our community, I got this first in Bangladesh because I wanted to review it, and the hype was there, of course. My not hype, I would say more my interest was there. I am reviewer, so I had to have it. I paid maximum retail. Now the prices have gone a little bit down. People are buying it, but I took the first bullet, right? And I talked about it, so many people got benefited, but not everybody is a reviewer. Most of the people out there, you guys are users of a fragrance. So paying for me, my side of the story, I think it's worth it because you want something so bad. That's okay, the satisfaction level is there. But what about you? Most of the people don't want to pay retail. You want to wait for the thing to go down on prices. First of all, brands like Chanel and Dior will never discount their fragrances. These two brands, they don't. But Prada, Acquadigio, not Acquadigio, sorry, Giorgio Armani, Versace, their prices will go down, in time, but not maybe Code, Armani Code and Armani Acquadigio line, maybe not so much. But the thing is, if you're willing to wait for the price to go down, highly likely you won't be able to experience the fragrance until maybe 6, 7, 8 months or 1 year or so. So you have to really wait. I can't wait personally, so I don't mind paying the retail. But there are people who actually delay the buy too long, like say 2 years. So there's always the risk involved after 2 years, every 2 years after releasing. Most of the companies do this. They release the EDP version of like Savage and now Savage EDP. I'm pretty sure Savage EDT will be reformulated very, very soon if it hasn't been reformulated already. So you face the risk of missing out on a formulation. Sorry, did I show this? Morning, scent of the morning, wild cherry. Damn. It was there. So I'm talking about this. Now there's a hype of Lanuidel. People are looking for it crazy. They're ready to pay premium prices on this. But you cannot find 2014, the last decent batch. This is my 2014 batch. It performs alright, better than your current formulation. A little bit darker juice. I'm getting one more bottle. So yeah, people are going crazy over this Gaga over vintage. Even Invictus Aqua, the latest one, they won the 2016. So the thing is, why? Because the people missed out on a fragrance. They waited too long, and there are some limited time releases. I'll tell you. I'm gonna review this Jean Paul Gaultier Superman. Now this is maybe available somewhere at discounted sites, but you cannot find this one at official Jean Paul Gaultier boutique. So what you have to do is get it from the discounters if available. The price is gonna go higher and higher and higher. like CK. Even the for funny thing is CK one summer. If you see their prices on Amazon UK, if you see the older CK1 releases, the prices are so damn high. It's like £100, crazy sometimes. People ask for. But the thing is, it's all about demand and supply. So when the things become less in abundance, like you cannot find so many bottles. Let's say there are only 5 bottles in the community. People are not gonna, like, let's say Aventus vintage batch. How much are they charging? It's like crazy prices, and there are people who actually gonna pay that buck to get that fragrance, because if it's in the market, people can get it anytime. But if it's just one bottle up for auction, or people just selling it for the limited time, people gonna jump onto that, and they're gonna like even ask for like bargain. Like, I'm gonna like give you more money. I'm gonna, like, what do you call that? It's not bargain. It's called forgot it. It's like it's auction. People are gonna auction for it. They're gonna like bid up the price. Boom, boom, boom. Someone say 50, someone say 100, someone say 200. So that's how that works. So the thing is, in that case, limited fragrance releases, like let's say the summer flanker or something release, usually they do not bring it back. For example, Ultrazest, this fragrance is super hyped and it's very nice fragrance, but for me, it's not perfect 10 out of 10 because I do not get maximum performance from it, but it's kind of fun fragrance. So when it came out, I bought it in Malaysia. I think I paid a little bit less retail than regular Amen, because this was not as pricey. I paid like 250 to 70 ringgit. That is less than their retail price on Thierry Mugler. Thierry Mugler are going for 350 or something like that in Malaysia. I went next day, it was sold out. Only they brought five units or 7 units total in that boutique. So now regular Amen in Bangladesh are going for, let's say, $60-65. This baby, however, is hard to find, so it's going for 95 to $100+. So the thing is, those who didn't get it now are trying to pay the excess price. So the thing is, when it was available, you should have bought it for $65, bros. Yeah, it was $65 when it came initially. Some smart people stocked up on it. Now many people do not have it. So I'm discussing all this just let you know, because there are two sides. One side, you pay retail and you get something that you're craving for. That's okay if you can afford it. But if you have budget problems like me, like I always have to think of budget. Like I have to think of, I'm not gonna tell you I pay retail on all my fragrances, no way. But many fragrances I do because I want a bottle of it, because I've been waiting for it for so long. So the thing is, in the end, before it gets too long, should you pay retail? Yes and no. Yes, if you really want a fragrance so bad, and if you're scared of the reformulation, if you're looking at a fragrance, it's you cannot sample it. No way, you have to blind buy it, but it's a limited time release. Okay, I'll talk about Superman in one of the videos next. I wanted this bottle just for the bottle. I'm shameless. I'm sorry. But this fragrance, it's not as special to me as Ultramale, for example. But the juice is nice. It's not bad. But the bottle here is the nicest in the line. That's me. Like, we are goldfish. Goldfish and women are attracted to shiny objects, according to Barney Stinson in How I Met Your Mother. Right? So yes, if you're into presentation, it has a huge impact. As far as I can think of, like, it's a nice bottle, it always interests me. If it's a dull bottle, like, let's say, even simple bottles can be beautiful. Shergi. This is just a stunning piece of bottle. And you might think like a simple little bottle. No, it's a wonderful bottle. So when you think of what you want versus what you're ready to pay, there must be some sort of a balance. Always, there must be always, like, you have to pay for what you want. If you are not ready to pay for what you really want, and you just, tell yourself, I'm gonna get this, let's say, clone, this replica, this impressions, because that time you're actually lying to yourself. There are many brands, what is actually pricing niche versus designer. To me, yes, the ingredients are there, the quality ingredients, it's more pricey. But sometimes you'll see some houses, niche and indie, so-called niche and indie houses, who are actually copying others. They are asking for a premium price on their products. Why? Because there is hype created by YouTube reviewers or Fragrantica, anywhere. People just trying to push their product, and some premium people, like rich people, high class people, buy their fragrance. People like, wow, that fragrance is nice. Why do you think Aventus is so expensive, much more expensive than other creeds, where there are other nice creeds? I think, in my opinion, better than Creed Aventus, Virgin Island Water, To me, if you ask me any day you ask me, between these two, which one would I choose? Yes, this one got me more compliments. I'm not gonna lie. Dior, not Dior. Creed Aventus always gets me that lady's reaction. But this stuff right here, Virgin Water, something is that I really enjoy. This is, I think, is number one Creed for me any day. Any day. You know, I sniff this, I just go to immediately, like a vacation or a tropical zone where I'm gonna have holidays. You know, yeah, yeah. So thing is, it's up to you what you want. Do you want a fragrance? Are you ready to risk it that you might miss out on a bottle and you might buy a later reformulated bottle? Because market, if the hype gets up, fragrance will disappear like this from the racks, right? Rack racks, you know, like in the shopping mall everywhere. So buy what you want. Do not fall for hype. Try a fragrance to your nose. Try your instinct. Like, believe in your instinct, what you really want. um, when you see a good price, you think it's a good price going on in the market, do not take too long to pull the trigger. Because even if it's a full bottle or decants, I saw, for example, I do decanting, okay? Not trying to push any products, but I'm telling you, like these decants, sometimes I bring uh, limited time release fragrances, right? For example, the Edige Profumo Special Blend, right? There was a huge hype, and I tried it. Luckily for me, it worked. It actually is better than Profumo in my opinion. That decant, people took it like this, and many people asked for it later. They waited too long, 3 days, 4 days, gone already. So I'm telling you, sometimes what you really want, get it. If you're gonna be too stingy in the game, or this is a bad word, if you're gonna be too patient in the game, you might lose out on good fragrances, right? So yes, at the same time, the older fragrances that have not been discontinued or available in the market, do not pay retail. That is my last advice to you. Just always try to get the best deal and try to buy from legit source. Ask in our page if you're buying from Bangladesh. Ask us, we'll tell you where to get it. I always suggest to you, no matter who is my friend, is my seller, whatever, I try to tell people where you can get it actually, the cheapest and the reliable sources. Usually, I like to buy from shops. I also buy from online sellers, but shops, there is a disadvantage. The one advantage is you can actually try and buy the fragrance. If you do not try and you blind buy, what you're doing, you're just risking it big time, right? So that's all I have for today. I hope the discussion actually helped you. There's no easy solution to answer to this, but you have to really think what you really want versus what you're ready to pay. That is, I think, the ultimate answer. Take care, guys. Have a nice day, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye bye.